Because there's a comment coming in.
Hello.
Hola.
And we're
we are back.
Okay, I don't know if
We are.
Let's see.
The Real Talk.
The Real Table Talk Show.
Yes, from the Chicks in Confidence. Yes.
Also known as the Troublemakers.
Yes.
Okay.
How can you tell? We came to cause all kinds of trouble today.
Right. Yes, we
Awesome.
did.
Yay,
So-
sorry we're late, guys.
But tell them why we're late.
Well, Facebook is not letting us go live in the event page.
No.
So we're going to try our best to share this in the event because we want to make sure that every episode is accounted for in one place where you can go back
And
watch.
replay. So again, if you're replaying and you're watching the recording of this, just let us know in the comment section below where you are listening from and where have you been?
Where have you been?
That's
Where have you girls been?
They've been here all along. Like, where are the girls? Hello.
Well,
Where
right,
are
that's a
they?
good question to ask. 'cause
I thought I was the only one getting those questions.
no, like where have you been? For real though.
Like for real,
Like
for real.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
This is the Real Table Talk Show.
Well, where have I been?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, this summer has been a tough summer.
You think?
Yes, unfortunately, I've lost a lot of loved ones. I won't even count because you told me you can't count
No.
how many funerals I've been to, but I've been to one too many. But it's made me reflect a lot. It made me reflect so much about life, you know, and how precious it is, and the fact that you take a look at inward and say, am I making a difference? You know, like I went to so many different type of services. I went from one service that was as cold as cold.
The service for the person that died?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Not one tear was shed.
Oh my god.
That's sad.
It was actually very sad.
I mean, you don't want people to like be hysterically crying at your funeral.
But at least to
But-
show
But to
some
have some type
but
of
what
remorse or sadness.
Yeah, but there was. I believe that people were there just out of obligation to pay the
The
respect,
To the
but
living.
to the living.
Wow.
Yes. And then I went to the last one, which I walked out of there so inspired by the legacy that this woman left behind.
There's so many lessons in funerals.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. So we can summarize that Mickey has been doing life lessons that come, wow, from when you're no longer on earth.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like so.
That's deep.
It makes you reflect on your own life.
How did
How
that
you want to be remembered, right?
I'm gonna come back though. I'm gonna come back because I would like to know how do you maintain yourself, and because there was a lot of deaths. How do you keep yourself afloat in the process?
Yeah.
Where have you been? It's the conversation. Where have you been?
I've been living in the moment. I've been present with family. So you guys know Maya started high school, and I wanted to spend as much time with my baby as I could.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's very.
This was actually the first year that I didn't want to throw a party when she went back to school.
What do you normally do?
Heck yeah!
Last year
You
we
did
went-
last year.
we
You did last year.
But I mean, you know
When
what?
she was young and annoying.
I think as
girl.
they get older, I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, but as they get older, as parents, we want to absorb as much as we can of them and like give them as much as we can of us, because it's like our last chance to kind of dig into them what we hope they take, you know? Because you basically, not to, you know.
I tried really hard to show her how cool I really was this summer. I think it's sunk in, but
It's hard because she's in a very difficult stage, the teenage years. I can't wait. Not.
you can wait.
Wow.
I could wait.
So you've been in the moment. That's where she's been. Where have you been?
So, I normally dedicate 2 months of the summer to really focus on family.
2 months
So
of the
I've
summer?
been-
The whole
yeah.
summer?
So no, wait a minute. No, because you
That's
did
the
ask me,
summer.
did it start in
No,
July?
señores,
No.
espérense.
It
It's
didn't
true.
start in July. So it
Salvi,
was,
to your defense, there are 4 months
Yes.
in each season.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Where are the 4 months in June?
Where's the
I mean,
4 months?
hello.
rephrase that.
Okay, fine. I just remember.
Kindergarten lessons.
Coño, dejen hablar.
June, July, August,
This is
September.
my life.
Thank you.
Ellos me quieren controlar hasta donde es lo que yo quiero decir.
Sí, Sabi, pero ya disfrútalo.
Okay,
That's
so
continue.
all right, so let me rephrase that. So August, I want to say that the end of July and August, I try to focus. My mom visits from the Dominican Republic. My mom lives in the Dominican Republic, so I really wanted to give them a lot of my time, and you know, everyone in my family, the people that I don't normally work with because it's a battle. So I struggle a lot during the summer with keeping balance. So I've been very unbalanced. That's where I've been. Insanely unbalanced. And I thought that today would be a great time to kind of talk about what do you do when you feel you fell short. Because I did fall short. I got a little bit too distracted this summer with, you know, staycations and road trips and taking my mom and my niece out and just being out a lot. I was out a lot, and when you're out a lot and you're an entrepreneur, you fall short.
I guess you've been pulled
Yes.
in different directions.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's time to refocus because September for me, when the kids go back to school, which I am partying about because I have 2 boys and my Wi-Fi was always shitty and they were just, it was just loud. Like when, like the first day of school was like, oh my God, peace and quiet. I was like,
And where have you been? Kind of know, but you know we have to make it public, right?
Well, I find that summer just came and went. I feel that school ended and now we're back at school again. Like what happened to the summer? I truly feel that it just went by too quickly, and maybe I was just lost in my shuffle, in my little bubble. I have a lot of differences in age, and not that much. Like Adeline and Elias are like 3 years and a half apart. But I find that this year was different since my daughter now started middle school and Elias stood in elementary school. It was that whole kind of like bringing the gap in together and letting them know, regardless of the separation, you guys will always be a team. So being present as much as I could, I think that was my summer. But I did, as Salvi said, I think I can relate with all because we also attended funerals. It was just a mixed summer.
I would say.
I didn't even go to the beach.
I think bittersweet.
I feel like there's a lot of things that I had on my plans to do this summer that didn't get done because other things took, you know, priority over it. So nobody wants to know where I've been. I am the middle child. I get
Oh God,
it.
here she comes again
Literally,
with the
I
middle
will
child
always,
syndrome.
forever
Oh my
and
goodness.
ever
Here we go.
have
There
the
you go.
middle child syndrome. So I always feel
Dead
left
show,
out.
eso no te luce. Dale, where were you?
Well, as many of you know, I had a hysterectomy in May.
Oh yeah.
So I
So it was before the summer.
that was but coño.
That is. And he said, I'm not alone.
The problem is that it has affected my whole summer. And
Okay.
coming into this pace where I'm like, okay, I'm finding structure, I have had to basically take myself back to school. I'm relearning about myself. I'm relearning about my mood swings. I'm relearning about the changes in my own body and accepting and embracing this new stage, which has been difficult because I'm one of those type of people that can get inside of her head.
Really?
Uh-huh. And then when I get in there,
That's very interesting.
I lock myself in.
It's
and
nice to
Reading. Son.
And then I find some comfort, and then I get lonely, and then I'm like, damn, I gotta get out of here, but I don't really know how. And I get stuck in that whole work of, I have to get out. So I'm in that place right now where, not that I'm discovering myself, but I'm willing to work with myself.
You're rediscovering yourself actually.
Thank you.
Because I've been in your shoes too.
It's hard. And then it's
Yeah.
something that I can't control,
No, it's
but I
just-
can control some of the parts.
It's a new season. It's a new norm.
Yeah.
well, I'm glad that we got together.
Well then.
Because for us, we kind of look at, and you too, you especially because you were a
Espérate,
teacher.
because we're not finished.
Oh, you're not finished.
No,
Oh,
we're doing this.
oh, go ahead.
Where have you been?
Where have you
Let us know.
Where have you guys been? Hello.
Yeah, where you guys been? Hello,
Where
have you been
What
Pero
was your
no,
summer
But
like?
Louise has more.
But
Oh.
yeah, because I just
yes,
want you to tell me in one word, like, what's your focus? Because, like, I think we're all in the same space where we have almost 3 months left of the year.
111 days to be exact.
My goal
Yeah.
said
But
113.
who's counting?
Can someone?
Nobody's
I'm
counting,
counting.
but we're entering the last quarter of the year. So this is like our last opportunity to make 2019 count. So from your experience this summer, what is the one thing you're taking in with you for the last 90 days? If you don't have it right there, just hold on to that, because I want to come back after we share what we're
Doing a
sharing.
commercial break?
Yeah, we're doing a commercial break. Because I want you to think about, knowing what happened this summer, what are you going to do to go into the last quarter with a focus that is going to help you kind of look at 2019 and be like,
We're
I
gonna
did
haul
that.
ass. Like,
I
make
think it's-
shit happen.
For
Like,
me,
what
it's
else?
taking ownership. It's ownership
Yeah.
of, all right, summer happened, it went by quickly. I'm not going to catch up on life. We can't bring
no,
back
Yeah.
time.
beaches are closed now.
Right. What I can do is make the best I have with my current season, and make it really good
Count.
and make it
Like, be
count.
super intentional.
Be intentional,
Yeah.
be focused, laser focused, like truly be at it, as you said, like.
Yeah, because I think you can't backtrack your goals. Mickey, like you loves to say, you can't.
You can't unscramble eggs.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a good. That's
You can't
that's the
unscramble
best
them.
way.
So
But you can make a good omelet.
yeah.
That's exactly
Listen,
what I'm going to
I
do.
work really well under pressure, and when I looked up how many days are left in the year, she says 113, my calendar said 111.
Please confirm.
I think in my head, I got 90 days. Like, we're going into this 90-day mindset. You know, in the field that we're in, we're always talking about 21 days to do this. And yeah, 21 days can create a habit, but 90 days will change your life. Like, you can change your life in 90 days. And so if I personally didn't meet my goals, you know, my personal goals for the end of the year, I have 111 days to make it happen. Like,
You changed my life in 90 days. Well,
I
you
didn't
invited me
I
to
didn't
change my
yeah,
life, and
exactly,
I did it in
and
90
you
days.
did. Mhm.
And what was like, because I think a lot of us get stuck, like, okay, the summer happened, there were so many things I didn't do. So now do I have to wait till next summer to make myself feel accomplished?
No.
No, you just
No,
keep it
you
moving.
hustle hard,
you
girl.
keep it moving.
You do what you can with what you have
Yeah.
right now, and you hustle
Absolutely.
hard. So that's what we want to do. We want to kind of we want to welcome everybody back to our Chicks and Confidence Real Table Talk show.
Yes.
We are
Somebody
back.
said that this is the Latina version of The Real.
Oh, thank you. That's a compliment.
Sandra.
And-
Sandra.
Oh,
And we
Sandra, we love
definitely
it.
have topics in mind that we want to come and bring to the table.
Yep.
But first, we want to kind of feel where you are, and we want to guide you into the same atmosphere that we're heading into, because we do not want to wait until the end of this quarter, last quarter of the year, to decide what is it that we want to do.
And we need you. We
Yeah.
can't people think that, oh, they have each other and they got it. Like, look how hard it was for us to get together. And really what brought us back together today was you guys. The people who kept messaging us like, where have you been? Where have you been? So every day we put it off. Okay, next Tuesday. I'll be like, dude, there are people that are asking us, where have we been? Like,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exactly.
Go.
Make it happen. We scheduled it. We're gonna be here every other Tuesday until the end of the year. We have some amazing events coming up, but we wanted to create a family in this event page that you guys are in. So feel free to invite people in here, because we can't do the next 111 days of life alone.
So you said event page?
Yes.
So we have to let them know that right now we're in your.
But it's in the event page.
Oh, it's in the event
You
page.
shared
Oh.
it in there?
The event page will be in the
okay.
in the comments.
Got it.
So now this
Okay.
is where I would like for us to all reflect and bring it back, because you went through your challenges and you survived it, and you kind of have some lessons to share with us. I would love for all of us to think of how is it that we're going to end the last 90 days of this year in a way, like it's going to kind of boost the momentum as we enter a new year in our lives, taking into consideration everything that has already happened.
Okay, so for me, I would say if it wasn't because of this community of us, your average person would have fallen into a depression.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because I found myself feeling like, here I go, another one, icky. And I will be 100 that the last one that I attended, I didn't want to go. I sat in my living room and I'm like, I don't want to go. Do I have to? And I even messaged my sister and I said, is it bad that I don't want to go pay my respects? And she said, you're human. I mean, this is, you're human to feel this way. But there was this nudge. If you guys don't know who the nudge is, I'll talk about it later. But this nudge, all right, fine, JC. Okay.
Thank you. We didn't want to pull your arm right now.
It's like, get your ass up. He didn't say it that way, but get your ass up and go pay your respects. And I have to tell you, it was the highlight of my summer. That service. To listen how, first of all, it was the first place that I went to that I didn't feel sad. I cried because I said, wow, this woman lived a life of purpose. This woman has left her legacy in each and every person that's sitting in this room, including mine.
And how will that impact the way you show up?
So now, how that has impacted, because I walked out of there feeling inspired. And I know a lot of you, when you watch our show, you feel very inspired, but it's, okay, so what? So what's next? You're inspired, what are you gonna do with the inspiration? And so, God has totally aligned the right people in our paths. And, most recently, he aligned us with this amazing woman, Jade Simmons. Go follow her on Instagram. And she said something that was so powerful. She said, your job, your coaching business is not your job, it's your assignment. And when she said that, it just like, when your parent smacks you upside your head, BAM! And I was like, I have an assignment. And life is always gonna happen. And so now I need to make sure that I, as a leader, because I am a leader, that I need to go through a transformation myself so that I can continue to empower other lives to get off their asses and transform. And so I am in a transformation mindset right now.
That's a great place to be.
To enter the last 90 days and enter the year that way. That's powerful.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
But I love that because it's not because you don't love yourself or you don't think that you're enough, but you know that you're meant for more. So in order for you to do more and help more, you need to elevate.
I have to elevate.
And you need to
And that's what
more.
you said before, that you have to look within.
Absolutely,
And that
you
is
have
a
to take
big,
ownership.
it's hard for people to say like, oh man, where have I been? Oh, I need a reality check.
Yes,
Or
I need a
self-check.
pop out.
Self-check. I need a pow and I need to keep it moving. I mean, that's powerful.
I
love that.
really
I
like
love
that.
that.
So, Melly, where are you going? What are you going to use? Take that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't want to use Jade Simmons again, but I think that
She's powerful.
yeah, I think that we all went together to Summit, and that was probably one of the highlights of our summit, besides spending time together. And because of what Mickey just said, the reflection that I come into is all the time that I've spent with Maya. It makes me look at women and think to myself like, wow, I wish, I see them sending messages like, you're so lucky, and I want to teach them that I'm not so lucky.
Yeah.
That I worked for this, that I never really wanted this, that I never really wanted to be off on summers. I never thought it was possible. So I'm going to end the year hoping to bring with me, I want to find 5 women like me, like that want this, that want to help, that have their children at home, and I'm going to find those women somehow, somewhere. And that's my mission for the next, like Jade said, you can't sit, it's actually a disgrace for me to have something so amazing and keep quiet. And for a while I was quiet. And I don't want to be quiet.
Even with this community, that we have, this has nothing to do with our business. This is just a community that we have to just inspire women and to be confident, and we collaborate with other influencers, and being in this community, sometimes we're like, okay, we don't want people to feel like we are here to make you or talk you into doing anything. That's still not the case, but you have to speak into existence what it is that you want. And if that is one of the things that is going to help you accomplish your end of the year goals, and heck yeah, you got to share it and be very, very vocal about it.
So, in that same spirit, what are you taking with you to end the night?
I'm listen, I was born to win, and I'm gonna win, and I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, feel like I fell short. I share that with you guys because I give myself a moment to be open and vulnerable about it. But now I take action. And so some of the things, like there's so many things that we've done because in our line of business, it revolves around just taking action and then inspecting what I expect. You know, if like Melly says, 5 women entering into our team, like, okay, are we mentoring those women? Are we, you know, offering the services that we say that we, you know what I'm saying? So kind of like just self-checking, taking action, and honestly, not looking behind and looking ahead. I'm very good at looking ahead. I give myself 5 minutes to be in my little sorrow, and then I just keep it moving because it's in order for me to be on track and end the games and end strong with my personal goals, I can't be looking back. And I think that's something that people tend to do. They're like, oh man, but this one did this and that one did that, and there, you know, the comparison starts, and you stay in that stuff. And what I'm going to really take inventory is what can I do different so that I don't do that again. Keep it moving.
That's awesome. And you, Norris?
I think we are all like on the same wavelength as far as just taking ownership, taking action. Inspiration has action at the end. Inspiración, now that we're in Spanish. Acción. We need to get moving. Get inspired, yes, but what are you going to do with that inspiration?
Absolutely.
And I think that that's true for myself as well. I am in the process of learning myself all over again, so I am using the tools I have at hand to understand my body, to create a new set of blueprints, because as we evolve, so does our blueprint. So I'm also getting an upgrade. I'm also focused on transformation, on elevating. And I'm gonna end the year as strong as I envisioned myself with, because I'm not gonna stay inside of my head. Thankfully, as she was sharing, we have each other so that we can pull each other out when we get into that place where we're overthinking or we're in our heads too long. And we invite you to do a lot of that reflecting right now
With us.
and just, you know, take along that, where have I been and where do I want to be 90 days from now, 111 days from now. If you're looking for a community like this, like a community of women who are not interested in staying stuck, who just don't want to inspire, because we're truly in the mood to inspire, transform, and make a difference. If that's you, then don't be a sideliner, don't just watch us.
Yeah,
Join us.
Join the event. The event is free. What we want you to do though is to ask yourself this question, and it's a question that we asked ourselves today, is, you know, how do you feel about, like, how do you ask yourself, how do you feel right now with where you are in your life? Okay, and whatever the answer is, if that's how you want to be 111 days from now, you know, then that'll be the answer of where do you want to plug into. If you want to plug into Chicks in Confidence, we're going to be sharing daily tips. We have some great PDFs that we created. One of them is called the 5 to Thrive, which will really help you, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 your life, and just get back on track, you know. But you have to reflect, and you have to be willing to commit,
Own your present so that you can move forward and close the year feeling amazing, better than ever. So we appreciate your time. Time is short because we're back to school and we have to get to our children. So we ask that in the comment section below you tell us where you are listening to us
from. We'll put the question.
And join the event and be a part of it. And we look forward to sharing more as the coming weeks come. So thank you very much.
Peace out.